Evening. It is 7:30. I'd like to call the Public Safety Committee meeting an order, I guess. We have two items of business before us to discuss. Before that, I'd like to take attendance. Massey? Here. Ramkissoon? Here. Jean-Francois is absent. Burr? Here. Okay. First item up is the LoSAP increase. It was referred to the Board of Estimate, as you remember. It was then approved by the Board of Estimate. We had a question about the retro. There's going to be no retro. If it's approved by the committee, it'll be on the Common Council agenda, and then we'll send it referendum to the Board of Elections by August, so it can be put on the ballot in November. So, and this will increase the annual contribution to LoSAP from $700 to $1,200 annually. Would anybody like to make a motion?
I will.
Okay, motion made by Joe Massey, seconded by Alderwoman Ramkissoon. Any discussion?
Nope.
All right. All in favor say, do we have to do a roll call or can we do aye? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? All right, motion carries. It'll be on the agenda tonight. Thank you. And then there was another item that the chief has talked to me about. I wanted to have a preliminary discussion, more to kind of see if, kind of more research. He talked about there's problems sometimes with, he calls them nuisance calls, where a place has a faulty, like, alarm system or something. Yeah, he said you handled it before, so.
Honestly, I thought it was done. John never found it, but we had discussed this years ago about,
It might
it was
even
the
be in
summer, remember when Presidential Park was being built? They were there
Exactly.
like every third day, and it's expensive to run the trucks. And then Adam McCary had brought in all the data. I remember he had put some numbers together, but I thought we cleared it through committee.
What was that?
Basically, he's asking maybe to find people that, like, if, say, there's a business and they have a faulty, like, alarm system, and they're called three times in the same day, that possibly, there'll be fines for if they didn't repair their equipment.
And we did. This was discussed before. And I thought, at the time, we agreed with it.
Something. I
Right.
thought Alex was, making the actual code change, because it did require us to change the code to write it up, so he had something for court, but.
Because the chief believes that there's nothing like that he researched.
No,
it.
John looked for it, he never
okay.
found
Yeah,
it, but I
I
know it
looked too,
cleared
I
the
didn't
Public
see it.
Safety Committee.
Mr. Mayor, you have anything?
I believe it's there somewhere, because I remember it was a scaled fine too. It was, but I guess we have to do a lot more looking, or maybe you just pass committee and then go to the council. Or maybe
I even think we discussed when they go out and pump out the basements also. That was in that whole discussion.
yeah, I'm sure it's there somewhere.
Alex may actually have something up in his office that's just never been presented in its final form.
All right, so it sounds like something that's already been kind of discussed and approved. Do you want me to follow up?
Yeah, it's in there. It's under 152-20.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Chief.
Penalties as set forth may be imposed on false alarms. And then it was a fine not exceeding $50 for the fourth such false alarm in a calendar year, $75 for the fifth calendar year.
That makes sense.
And beyond that, but I guess they're
Start at 1,000.
always defining what was causing the alarm problem. I mean, I think that was the problem they had years ago, was the alarm went off because somebody, the smoke detector worked. I mean, I don't know how you.
I think there was an issue. I think there was an issue with the shower too. The steam was setting them off.
Yeah.
So I know we discussed all that years ago.
Presidential Park, they were there all the time. There was something wrong with the system, and we had to respond every time, especially it being a school. So now we're rolling all kinds of trucks, and I know
So Mayor said
Montessori
it's
had a
in
lot of
there?
repeat calls one
Okay,
year,
so I'll refer
so.
the chief to that.
152-20.
152. Okay, I'll refer the chief back to that, and if he wanted to revisit or anything, he can talk to us. All right, can I get a motion to adjourn? Second?